Oh, that seems familiar. Yeah, that's also unfortunately very familiar. Ugh, looks a little creepier than before. Dawn of the first day, 72 hours remain. After all that, we arrive here. Was it a dream? What just happened? Everything is... started over. It sure has, Tal. In fact, the moon is much higher than it was before. That's good. That was about to crush us. What are you, anyway? That song you played, the instrument? That instrument! Wait, that's it, your instrument. The mask salesman said that if you got back that precious thing that was stolen from you, he could return you to normal. Did you completely forget or what? Oh yeah, that's right. Well, let's head back and see him real quick. So yeah, we set the clock back 3 days. Suddenly the 3-day time limit plays into things a lot more. Hey there, salesman. Were you able to recover your precious item from that imp? Oh, we sure did. Oh, God. Oh, you got it, you got it, you got it, you got it! Listen to me. Please play the song that I am about to perform and remember it well. Where did that piano come from? Oh, left, right, down, left, right, down. Kind of an eerie melody. In fact, a lot of the songs in this game are more, well, eerie than a lot of the Ocarina of Time songs. I think I prefer that game's Ocarina songs more than this game's, but they're still very good. And the Song of Healing in particular is very memorable. Go for it, Link. The old trumpet. Nice. I like how he held that note. And, oh! Upon playing that song, something's happening to us. Suddenly the nightmare sequence with that Deku scrub is being shoved away. And Link waves goodbye as... what's left behind is just a mask. Hey, we're back to our old selves again. Hell yeah. I like Link's sigh of relief, like, thank Christ. This is a melody that heals evil magic and troubled spirits, turning them into masks. Troubled spirits, you say? I'm sure it will be of assistance to you in the future. Ah, yes. I give you this mask in commemoration of this day. Fear not, for the magic has been sealed inside the mask. When you wear it, you will transform into the shape you just were. When you remove it, you'll return to normal. That's right, so we got ourselves the Deku mask, meaning we can turn ourselves into a Deku, and then back to human Link at will. And we get lots of unique dialogue and unique scenarios by turning into the two different ones. I really like this mechanic in this game. Press start and start at the C buttons, and that's why we have a mask subset menu, because it's very different from your typical kind of items, right? It's full-on transformation. Now, I have fulfilled my promise to you. So please, give me that which you promised me. Oh yeah, well, you're supposed to get his mask from him, and we didn't do that. Don't tell me. My mask? You did get it back, didn't you? What have you done to me? If you leave my mask out there, something terrible will happen. He went under a transformation, didn't he? That mask that was stolen from me. It is called Majora's Mask. It is an accursed item from legend that is said to have been used by an ancient tribe in its hexing rituals. And, why did you have it? It is said that an evil and wicked power is bestowed upon the one who wears that mask, according to legend. The troubles caused by Majora's Mask were so great. The Ancient Ones, fearing such catastrophe, sealed the mask in shadow forever, preventing its misuse. But now, that tribe from the legends has vanished, so no one really knows the true nature of the mask's power. But I feel it. I went to great lengths to get that legendary mask. When I finally had it, I could sense the doom of a dark omen brewing. There's that unwelcome feeling that makes your hair stand on end. And now that imp has it. I'm begging you, you must get the mask back quickly, or something horrible will happen. I'm begging you, you must do it. Really? You'll do it for me? I was certain you would tell me that. You'll be fine. Surely you can do it. Believe in your strengths. Believe. Alright. creepy interactions with the Happy Mask Salesman aside, we're now back at the beginning of the first day. That mask. The Skull Kid uses the power of that mask to do those terrible things. Well, whatever it takes, we've got to do something about it. The swamp, mountains, ocean, and canyon that Tail was trying to tell us about. I bet he's referring to the 4 areas just outside of town. There's one in each compass direction. But what do you suppose he meant by the 4 who were there? I have no idea. He always skips important stuff. I guess we should just go and find out. If we go through that gate straight ahead, we'll be heading in the direction of the swamp. We sure will. Now, before we get too carried away, first things first, I want this mask equipped because sometimes we want to be a Deku. It comes in handy sometimes, although being a human luckily means that this dog doesn't attack us anymore. Thank Christ. But now is when we get into the nitty-gritty of Majora's Mask's mechanics. And I'll get a bit more into that in a moment, but you may have remembered from last part when we did the dancing with that one scarecrow in the Astral Observatory. He mentioned something about playing that unusual melody either 2 notes at a time to skip forward to either dawn or night, or playing it backwards to slow the flow of time. And that is exactly what we want to do. So I'm going to play the Song of Time, but we're going to do all the notes backwards here. So that'd be down, A, right, down, A, right. Let's give it a shot. Ugh, that's confusing to do, but you get it done, and we play the Song of Inverted Time. Or the Inverted Song of Time, sorry. Slow the current flow of time. Always slow the current flow of time. You can do so much more with your overall progress if you slow time down, because now the clock's moving much slower, and we can do so much more from this 3-day cycle, because it is a cycle we're doing. Everything is the same every time. So this Deku guy here, for example, we can go and get the Moon's Tear again at the Astral Observatory and get this property back from him if we, wanted to go back up there for whatever reason or had some other stuff to do with this. So everything is connected. The whole world is flowing, and that's so cool, honestly. People also react to us differently now that we're a human instead of a Deku scrub, but more importantly, we have a sword, so the guards will let us outside of town, but today's part I want to focus on things inside of town, now that we've reset the cycle and we can do so much more with it. This is why I don't often buy into the argument. I'm sorry to pause the game. I don't often buy into people saying, I don't like Majora's Mask because it puts you on a timer. It puts you on a timer for that intro, essentially what we played last part, but then after that, we can go back to the start of time whenever we want. We can slow time, we can go forward in time by playing basically right, AA, down, which is the Song of Forward Time. Time is our canvas, and we are essentially Bob Ross in this Doctor Who police box here, and I love that about this game, that we learn more and more about the world as we go on. For example, there's this guy here, the Swordsman. This training center is friendly, polite, 24-hour one-on-one training that noticeably improve your sword skills. From now until the end of the carnival, join at a special discount. So will you try it? Okay, we don't have any rupees right now. I'll be right back to try the other courses, and we'll give it a shot here. We do have our sword now, so we couldn't have done this before since we were Deku. That whole intro sequence is very much something you gotta follow, and it puts a lot of people off. I get it. But once you're through there, the rest of this game is just so much to explore and so much to do. Also, we deposited our banks in the previous timeline that we reset. They're still there. How are they still there? My guess is they aren't still there. We're stealing from other people's accounts. Bank fraud. Don't question it, Link. Just take the money and go. Let's try the expert course. Here goes. Expert course is a practice session. Cut down to 10 logs using the highly difficult techniques. If you score a perfect 30 points, you'll be taught all the secrets. Have you prepared? Alright, here goes. Beautiful. Alright, we got a couple of guys swiped out. That's 2. Oh, wait a minute. One of those reacted differently. Okay, that's right. So different attacks we use are worth different point amounts. So if we do jump attacks, that's worth the most 3 points. Which means I probably should just be doing that, right, for the most points. I may have already fucked up. Keep going, Link. 23 points? Oh, it stops there. Okay, start over from the beginning. Yeah. Run that back. We're gonna do just jump attacks. Come on. Come on. No, 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 no. Well, we already fucked up. I'm gonna have to go back and get more money from the bank. Don't tell me I do it perfectly from now on after missing that one in the first segment. Probably am gonna do it perfectly now. We're halfway. You really gotta aim these jump attacks like perfectly there. There we go. If you get right up next to the log, then it's a pretty easy shot. Let's try it again. I don't mean to waste too much time. Obviously, we're on the clock. We're always on the clock. But it's manageable. Like, worst comes to worst, we can always reset and try the cycle over again, right? Also, we do keep the maps that Tingle sold us. We don't keep consumable items. So we didn't keep any of the Deku nuts that we had before. We also didn't keep the land title deed or other quest items like that. But we do keep masks, and of course like key items and special equipment. It's kind of weird how selective they are with what you keep when you reset the timeline, but, you know, I just kind of go with it. It makes sense from a gameplay standpoint, right? And that's what really counts. Come on. And you. Here we are. Shit. And... oh, let's go. Alright, perfect. Impressive. I must give you something. Here. And we get for it, Piece of Heart. I want to do lots of Piece of Heart quests. I mean, they're worth it after all. Unbelievable. Cherish it well. Hey, you got it, Mr. Swordsman. Thanks for your training. What else can we do here? Well, we do have this owl statue that told us to hit it with the sword, and we didn't have a sword before, but now, upon hitting this statue, its wings open up. Doesn't mean much to us right now, but we'll figure it out. You can save your progress and quit here. When you reselect your file, my face will appear by your file name. This indicates that next time you reopen your file, you resume playing at this very place and time with your current status. Warning, if you reopen the owl file and then reset without saving on an owl statue, you'll lose the progress you saved here. So it's like a one-time kind of save. Similar to if you've ever played Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance, there's the resume thing, where it's basically like a one-time save point. I don't really rely on it much. I try to plan around exactly what I'm going to do for each session. Also, hey, you know what? Speaking of heart pieces, we can actually climb up here now that we're a human. We couldn't climb as a Deku. And jump, and... fuck! The jumping in this game works a little differently. Link does some cool flips here and there, but it's not the most intuitive. It just is kind of cool sometimes. There we go. 4th Piece of Heart, meaning we get a new full heart container. How about that? Oh. Ugh. Ugh. Not the most pleasant of transformation sequences, I'll say that much. Upon becoming a Deku again, we can do the same Bomber's quest we did before, only this time I'm going to do it as a human, so we're not even going to talk to him as a Deku. I'm immediately going to get out of that form, which, as soon as you've done it once, you can just mash the C button to get out of it quickly without having to watch that horrifying scream every single time. Thank Christ. You think I would just pop that up there? Whoa, yeah, I sure am. Just for you, guy, I can make you a member of our gang, the Bombers, but there's a test for becoming a bomber. Okay, yeah, so we gotta do the same exact quest we did before, but it's important we do it as a human this time. And they're in the same exact spots every time, so if you've done this quest once, you can do it as many times as you need. You! Hey, got him. I like that swiping with the sword doesn't hurt them, it just stuns them for a little bit, which is probably a good thing because they're kids. We're not trying to reenact Revenge of the Sith here, come on now. Oh shit. Main dude ran away. He's getting out. If you don't, like, go straight towards him, then you can kind of maneuver around them because they stand still for a bit. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Got him. Okay. And yeah, most of them are in North Clocktown and East Clocktown, so you can get your bases covered there. He's hanging out between the jugglers. Why does the two guys juggling remind me of Link's Awakening, by the way? Anyone else feel that way? Oh, he's trying to hide in the box. You tried, Metal Gear Solid style. Alright, last guy. There we go. Same exact sequence. You did it. I skipped all his dialogue. Starting today, he's a bomber. I'm making Jockey a bomber. You guys don't mind, right? Right. Oh, they're all cool with us, of course. This is the Bomber's Notebook. It contains the words we live by. Read it over. Alright, we got the Bomber's Notebook. It allows you to keep track of people's schedules. Press start to access the quest status screen, then highlight the notebook and press A to read it. This is integral. Find trouble people and add their names and pictures. Only 20 people will fit in your book. Promise to help them. Mark promises with the promise stickers. Never be late to fulfilling your promises. Whenever you solve someone's problems, it makes you happy. So a happy sticker will be added to your book. No removing stickers. Use promise stickers to keep track of everyone until everyone's happy. Don't forget the rules. Alright then, I'll teach you a secret code. And then this is the code for the Astral Observatory, which this time, there's something different about it. And you'll notice at the end of this little dialogue sequence here, we learn the same code. It's the same as it always is, 43125. We get this dialogue box here with its own little musical chime, and that is adding stuff to our notebook. We taught the secret code, this is added to your notebook, and the Bomber's Notebook is an important thing for quests in this game, side quests. So if we go over to our quest status subscreen here, where of course we have songs, heart containers, equipment, basic stuff like that, we also have the Bomber's Notebook. And we can see there's Jim, the leader of the Bombers gang, and there is important things marked throughout his schedule. So we have these exclamation point symbols for important information that we learn along these quest lines, and we have these stamps for when we've completed said day of quests, and then that final stamp at the end for when we've completed their whole quest sequence and we're done with them. And this is where you can see all the important side quests throughout the game. So it's important to get this early, so that way, whenever we introduce ourselves to a new kind of side quest, we want to know exactly how it's kind of done. We can use the Bomber's Notebook as an important guide. For example, hello there, Mr. Postman. Currently on the job. If I stop to talk, it'll disrupt my schedule. Postman, whose priority is important, was added to the Bomber's Notebook. So now, if we go into the Bomber's Notebook, we can see the postman down here, and we can see his kind of schedule. So there's important events with the postman and his quest at these particular hours of each particular day. So it looks like there's something going on in the final hour, there's something going on at the end of the first day, start of the second day, mid of the second day, that sort of stuff. And, I mean, we could also see it in practice, so you don't really need the Bomber's Notebook. It's not a required item, but it is incredibly helpful. Let's go into this store here. This is the bomb shop. Talk to the shopkeeper. We're expecting to get our larger bomb bag back in stock pretty soon. But now that I think about it, it's already late. Alright, well, we kind of know what happens with that. There's also a Goron here. Hello, Mr. Goron. Hello, did you come to buy a powder keg? This is just between us, but I have a huge bomb that this shop doesn't even carry. Oh, but my product is so heavy, I don't think I can carry it. I'm sorry I even brought it up. Just imagine how bustling Clocktown would be with different Gorons and Deku and Human and Zora and everyone if it weren't for that moon about to destroy all of mankind. Like, come on. Talk about a buzzkill, eh, Skull Kid? And yeah, Skull Kid is the one responsible for putting the moon up there. Talk about an insane kind of villain. Not like Ganondorf, who's just like, I'm taking over and then becoming the new king of evil and yada yada. Or like a lot of other classic gaming villains who are like, I'm kidnapping someone or I'm taking over this land. No. Skull Kid's like, I'm creating a moon and this whole entire world's dead in 3 days. Good luck. See you later. And why is he doing it? For fun. That's his whole motivation. He's just fucked up. We got this gentleman here walking over towards the mayor's office. What do you make of him? Bah! Bother, I'm busy. Gorman, leader of the traveling troupe, was added to your notebook. He looks kind of familiar, doesn't he? Well, that's not important now. So he's added, and we can see there's some stuff going on with him that we can keep track of. So there's a whole bunch of side quests in this game, a whole bunch of side quests. I'm real quick gonna head back over and get another moon tier to do a bit more with that quest with the Deku guy. You don't have to do any of the stuff I'm doing right now if you don't want to. Like Tattle said at the beginning of this part, you can go right to the swamp and go on with the main quest, right? Or, if you're interested, you can check some of this other side quest stuff out. And I think that's where Majora's Mask really shines, is in the side quests. By having just 3 in-game days, things feel more compact, and yet by making things more compact, they feel more fleshed out, of course, right? Every character has their own schedules and quests associated with them. Or most of the characters do anyways. Oh god, okay, apparently using the bubble on him was the wiser strategy. I'd lost most of my health there. Whoops. Yeah, I should have just shot him with the bubble. Oh well. No, but as I was saying, characters in this game feel super fleshed out. The fact that dialogue changes depending on the day it is, what form you've assumed, whether you're human or Deku, what part of your quest they're doing, what part of another quest you're doing. All sorts of things. The characters in this game feel more alive than most any other video game I can think of. This is a game from 24, almost 25 years ago, mind you. Yes, I'd like to look in the telescope again. And every time we do this whole cutscene and zoom in on Skull Kid, we get the moon steer. But you can do this in any day in the cycle. We did it on the second day. You can do this on the first day, third day, doesn't matter. I like the environment changes depending on the day. Obviously, the second day is a lot more cloudy and rainy. The first day feels bright and exciting and beautiful. The third day is just this ominous tone surrounding it, of course. And so, again, the world feels lived in and the tone feels so realized. And not just the tone, the whole game feels realized. Right? Like, every part of it is intentional and beautiful in its own way. I could go on forever about this game, but again, I'm not trying to gush, I'm just letting the game speak for itself. So now that we got the tier drop back again, I'm gonna get that land title deed from the one Deku guy. With him, it doesn't matter whether you're a human or a Deku when you talk to him. He does business with whoever. I believe there's a secret down here in the sewers somewhere with some money we can get somehow. I don't remember exactly where. Maybe it's like further down there. It's not important because it's just money, obviously. Like, you can get money anywhere. But I legitimately, despite beating this game multiple times, despite 100%ing it multiple times, I never knew about the secret until, what was it, 4 years ago now? When I started watching Axiomat, aka Matthew Bragg's Twitch channel, and I saw him do it. And this is one of his first streams. He had streamed Ocarina of Time, and then he went and streamed Majora's Mask. I believe right now he's doing a Zeldathon, which, hey, the man likes a Zelda. But that is where a lot of my community got its start. I'm giving Jockey lore here, but from there I joined Matt Bragg's Discord, and I got to playing Super Smash Bros. With other people there, including Snuff, who is currently a mod for me on Twitch. And I met, obviously, one of my best friends, period, Gamekind, aka Ian, who is a moderator for Matt himself now. So this game is kind of ingrained in my channel in many ways, not only in being in the background all the time, but also in sparking my place in a huge community that means so much to me. Anyways, I'm getting sappy and sidetracked. This guy's going off now, we did that all again. I did this just for the deed, which I'm going to be using the deed for something else in particular. Not just to get up there, because we don't want to go up in the clock tower. We know what the deal is there. And we know we're no match for Skull Kid. He's bringing down the goddamn moon on us. What are we going to do? Hit him with our sword? Come on now. we know of an event. So obviously you can use the Bomber's Notebook to keep track of events for whatever characters, right? Try to follow them around and try to do their quest. We know of an event that happens here on the night of the first day. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do the Song of Double Time. If we hit forward, forward, AA, down, down. I love that track. And we're going to proceed to the night of the first day intentionally, because we saw that robbery happen before. Now that we've got a sword, we can prevent it, or at least try to help. Actually, for this reason, just to speed things along, I'm going to play the Song of Inverted Time again to get time back on the regular flow. You can do this at any point you like, and yeah, it's just time manipulation to do quests, and I love that about this game. Obviously, if you're doing the main kind of quests and you're going in for just the required stuff, you just slow time down and then you go do the main quest, right? You're not as concerned about, you know, what time of day it is or how much time you have left, except until it gets down to like the third and final day. Whereas with quests like this, they're very time sensitive, so we gotta keep an eye on this motherfucker right here to stop him from robbing that old lady. Actually, before we do that, I want to go to one other place. Hopefully I won't miss it in the process, but I'm going to go to one other part. I'm going to go back down over to where we rescued the stray fairy before and rescue the stray fairy again, because didn't she say something about if we rescue her as a human, she'll get us more power? We gotta see what that's about. Although, coming along here, there's also this guy from the windmill. La la la! They said I was much too loud when I practiced in my room. I got mad. Now I'm sad. I'll just think about the past to keep my mind off the bad. Ah yes, I'll do that. Dear guest, long ago I was in an animal troupe, with dogs and donkeys and such. Why could a man join? That's 'cause a man is an animal too, my boy. They were all great, but there was one thing I didn't like about it. Why was the dog the leader? Was it 'cause something was wrong with me, sir? Oh, that dog was an amazing leader. He always had a stellar troop no matter the animals he had to work with. That's why I stole it. The dog's mask. I stole it. I wanted it because it was the leader's mask. But I no longer need it. I give it to my guest. Alright, thanks. Weird guy. We got the Bremen mask. This mask belonged to the leader of the animal troop. Try parading it around tiny young animals. It sounds like fun. The leader was a good instructor. His members matured quickly and they became adults in an instant. Guru Guru, the traveling musician, was added to your notebook. And you listen to his confession of guilt. This is added to your notebook. And this is added to the mask screen here. And I'll get more into that mask in a moment here. Obviously, we want to focus on the robbery quest that's about to happen. But you can see in his particular quest we did here, there's a mask symbol indicating that we got a mask out of this quest. Not just a random item or unlocking information or heart piece or anything like that. And it is marked as complete because that's just about everything with him. It looks like he also appears in the night of the second day if you miss your chance on the first night. So there you go. Good information to have, of course. And is the stray fairy not here? Stray fairy might only be by this little pond during the day. Oh well, let's I guess come back here on the second day. Well now then, we have a robbery to stop. Well, now I guess we gotta just wait for this thing to go down. We know it's gonna happen in just a couple of hours. In the meantime... Oh yeah, I'm out. Sorry, John Paul Jones, I'll get some more for you before next part. Alright, just half an hour to go. Let's run through this again. The old lady's gonna be approaching from here. He's jumping out from over there, and he's trying to get out through that door over there. So... I'm gonna try and cut him off at the pass over here. Because this guard apparently can't do his fucking job. 12 o'clock. It should be happening any minute now. Oh. There she is. Oh, I forgot she comes from this way, and then he tries to leave town. I suppose. I suppose she is coming in from outside of town to do this delivery, after all. But here he comes. Stop! Thief! Give the old lady her luggage back. Alright, don't let him get away, Link. Don't let him get away. You're not going fucking anywhere. Stabby! Alright. Where you going? Where you going? I'm gonna get you. I'm stabbing Jim. Get out of here. Alright, and he flees town all the same. Well, the important thing is, he didn't get her package. Thank you. Since he didn't make off with them, I can finally stock bomb bags at our shop. Maybe I'll put him out tomorrow. Yes, I must thank you. It's a dangerous mask, but maybe you could use it to throw your own festival fireworks show. And she gives us the Blast mask. Wear it with C, and you can have a blast with B, but you'll lose life energy in the process. So, I need to explain the other masks here. Thanks for helping me take care. The old lady from the bomb shop was added to the notebook. We also got the mask out of this quest here. If we go ahead and look in the Bomber's Notebook, I believe that's the only thing with her is here on the first night, at the end of the first night, yeah. From this point now, I want to show off how these other masks work, because they're not quite like the Deku mask where you transform and get a completely different model and different control scheme and everything. These are more one and done kind of mechanics, which I like. So for example, the Blast mask we picked up, we just put it on, and then now we have a button that says explode. Give it a shot, Link. Ow! The thing has to recharge, but it practically works like a bomb if we ever need to blow up any walls or do damage to enemies, I suppose. Of course, we hurt ourselves in the process, but it's unlimited. You know, once it recharges, obviously. You can tell it's going to recharge as soon as it becomes solid again. But there is a way to avoid the damage it does to you. Just simply hold up your shield. Now, isn't that kind of blocking your face within the blast? One would think so, but, we didn't take any damage that time. So that's the Blast mask there. The other mask we picked up from that guy was the Bremen mask here, which is this interesting little bird chicken one thing. And also gives us a new button command that is March. Let me show ya. We should pull out the ocarina. Hey! Actually, we move around like this now, super slow. It really makes you want to march. Heck, I think I'll do it now. Well, I'm getting carried away with that, but that gives you a little loose idea as to what some of the masks are like in this game. They're not entirely overhaul mechanics except for the Deku mask and some other ones we'll get around to. But most of them are just fun rewards for little side quests and things that can be used in side quests of their own, as we'll see. Hey, the old lady made it safe and sound to the bomb shop. A nice fella helped me out so we can finally sell big bomb bags. Once again, the Giants are looking out for me. Mommy, don't go picking up bomb bags in the middle of the night anymore. It's like asking to be mugged. And I've actually heard that a thief has been lurking on the outskirts of town. Yeah, apparently. But it's been a lifelong dream to sell big bomb bags since back in your daddy's day. Since we can't get the Goron made goods, this is our big chance, sonny. I just don't want anything to happen to you, Mommy. Alright. Well, everything went alright, thankfully, this time around. And we can buy ourselves the big bomb bag. Oh, it's 90 rupees, okay. I'm gonna go grab some more rupees from the bank so we can actually afford that. And we might as well go for it. Otherwise, you're able to buy the regular bomb bag, but why do we want that? Why do we want that? We can do this quest for the big bomb bag, and then also get the blast mask out of it, because the blast mask is... well, it's a blast. Big bomb bag can hold 30 bombs. I'll take it, and we got the big bomb bag now. Nice. We can also buy bombs if we want. We can buy bomb shoes, although these are what are considered limited quantity items. So if we ever do a world reset, then, yeah, we lose whatever we bought. I don't recommend buying them unless you really know you need them, because otherwise you can also just pick them out in the overworld like in classic Zelda fashion. There are some other stores along here. This one here just sells... what is this one? The trading post. They sell, like... pretty standard goods like recovery hearts and arrows for a bow we don't even have right now. Sticks, potions, not gonna bother with them. An interesting kind of place is this one here, which is the, what is it called? The Curiosity Shop? Yeah, the Curiosity Shop. They are only open late at night. And they are actually kind of shady. They are corroborating with that very thief who was trying to rob the old lady that other night. So actually, if we don't rescue her and we let her get robbed, the big bomb bag appears at the thief store on the night of the final day for a jacked up price. So I don't recommend getting in that fashion, but I love that world connectivity that's there. It's such a great detail, right? And yeah, the Stray Fairy is here now in the daytime, so we'll get this back to the Great Fairy. There's not many other quests I want to do here in Clocktown otherwise. There's some fun games you can play here and there, but nothing major. Like there's one of throwing bombs into hoops. I think you maybe get a piece of heart for that, but I don't know that I'm going to be getting all the pieces of heart in this playthrough. Maybe I will. We'll see. It depends on how well it flows with the rest of the Let's Play, obviously. Some things are quite out of the way. And I just like having the bomb mask on just so I have a button that says explode at all times. Something about that is super comedic to me. I gotta remember not to go just slashing around with my sword though now, because I can't without blowing myself up. Alright, let's get the Great Fairy restored once again in this timeline. Well, hello, Great Fairy, welcome back. Oh, Tattle. And you, kind young one. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. I am the Great Fairy of Magic. For now, this is all I can offer you. Allow me to ease your weariness as a token of my gratitude. Okay, it kind of seems underwhelming at first. She's just kind of restoring our magic and health right now, which we don't even need. But what is important is this now. Oh, kind young one, scattered throughout the 4 temples of this land are broken stray fairies like me. Please find a way to save them and return them to their fountains. Surely they will add to your strength. Allow me to grant you something good so the tree fairies will not fear you. We got a new mask, the Great Fairy Mask. That may just be the most disturbing thing in this game yet, and that is saying a lot. You get close to a fairy who's lost in a temple if the mask's hair begins to shimmer. Also, if you're wearing the mask, stray fairies will just fly right to you, but that only comes up in the major dungeons, which we haven't even gotten to yet. Come see me whenever your quest has made you weary. We got ourselves another mask. As you can see, this menu is full. There's a whole bunch to do here. There's a reason this game is known for its side quests and its masks, of course. All the masks offer different features, some of them more useful than others. Maybe make a tier list about it someday, I don't know. But either way, that's about everything I wanted to do in Clocktown for now. No, there is one other thing I want to do. What I do want to do is... Oh, here's a woman. She looks awfully depressed. Hello? She doesn't want to talk either. Since I'm not able to talk with her, I'm not actually able to add her to the notebook. She also looks kind of familiar, doesn't she? Well, either way, let's check out the place she was coming from here. This is the Stockpot Inn. Here's her mother, as a matter of fact. I'm sorry, our rooms are all filled. Yeah, so this is the inn. They're taking a lot of people in, obviously, right now for the festival, although it doesn't really seem like it. Well, hello there.
Oh, Tortoise, did you finish helping Father? Then let Mother read you a story. Now, which story would you like to hear?
How about the Carnival of Time?
The Carnival of Time, is it? The carnival is almost here, so it's good for you to learn its meaning. It's a little long, but I'll read it with some enthusiasm. Ahem! The Carnival of Time. Each year, the season of harmony begins when the sun and moon are in alignment, paying homage to the way that both nature and time are tirelessly in the process of progressing. The Carnival of Time is when the people of the four worlds celebrate that harmony and request fruitfulness for the year.
And unfortunately, it seems Link fell asleep upon hearing this very simple story.
Oh, are you awake? I guess that story was a little boring for Tortoise, wasn't it? Don't give up. Try again sometime.
And his grandmother was added to your notebook. So yeah, she's in our notebook here. It looks like she's telling stories in the first and second night, not on the third. If we try to do this one about the four giants, which is all the way till morning.
The four giants, is it? This is quite long, but it's a good story for you to hear. So I'll read it with some extra gusto. Ahem. The four giants. This tale's from long ago when all the people were separated into four worlds like they are now. In those times, all the people lived together, and the four giants lived among them. On the day of the festival that celebrates the harvest, the giants spoke to the people. We've chosen to guard the people while we sleep. 100 steps north, 100 steps south, 100 steps east, and 100 steps west. If you have need, call us in a loud voice by declaring something such as, "The mountain blizzard has trapped us," or "The ocean is about to swallow us." Your cries shall carry to us.
And just like with the previous story, Link falls asleep upon hearing this.
Oh, are you awake? I guess that story was a little hard for Tortoise. But don't give up. Try again later.
So yeah, there's that whole deal. And yeah, we're not able to stay awake for any of those stories. Kind of weird, but what else do we got? We got over here... oh shit, I'm supposed to come to this at night, aren't I? Okay, I forgot that thing in the bathroom doesn't happen until it's night. Or unless it's night. Is there anything else I want to do in the third day? I guess not. Let's carry on. So I'm going to make it nighttime real quick, which is cutting it close. If at any point we let the time run out, the world actually ends, and you go back to your previous save. It's kind of fucked, but yeah. Game over, man. Game over. And we can go in here. No one's at the front desk of the Stockpot Inn at this time. But is this person over by the bathroom here now? I want to check. No, shit, they're not there. Oh, damn it, I missed on one of the quests I was trying to do. Maybe we'll do a reset and try it again. But now that it's the final day, I want to check on a couple other things in terms of dialogue here and there. We'll do one last thing this part, just to show you more of what I was talking about, this world feeling alive and these characters feeling real, with real emotions and such. Also, the dancers who are here otherwise are just not here on this one night, and the final night. I should have interacted with them to get them in the Bomber's notebook. But in the Swordsman's School on the final night, this guy, he's saying, "Rumors are spreading which suggest the moon is falling, but you can breathe easier as long as I am in town. Tonight I shall cut the moon into pieces. If one does not have such skill, he cannot teach the way of the sword to others. If you wish to be as powerful as I am, then I shall teach you until nighttime." So you try it. We already did your course, but that's some confidence right there. That's some confidence, all right. And what I'm going to do now is, again, risky boots. But we're going to be waiting until the last stretch of time as the carnival is getting prepared. Alright, we're in the last stretch. Music's intense as was before. And now I want to check up on the swordsman again, and he's just not here. There's a sign left behind. What's it say, Tattle? I'll be on vacation for a short while. Please don't look for me. Actually, as we go back here, we can learn from his techniques and cut this in half. Back here with the pots. Wait, Mr. Swordsman? I'm scared. I can't take it. I don't want to die. Man. Moments like this send chills down my spine. Chills, man. Chills! The emotions, let me tell you. Things like this don't... They're not in every game. And there's nothing you can do. Imagine if you were in his boots. How would you feel? There's nothing you can do. World's about to end. That's it. Can only linger on it for so long. So, at a certain point, we realize there's nothing we can do to save this world except to go back and just try it over again.